All right, folks, let's get ready to do the Amiga news for the week of March 30th, 2025. What a month it's been.
Amiga News with AmigaBill.
All right, like I said earlier in the stream, this week's Amiga news isn't quite as thick as usual, but it's going to be great, I promise. Now, there is no Atari Bill, right? There's no Atari Bill, but AmigaBill went to Atari Party, and Atari Party was awesome at the end of last year. And at Atari Party, this amazing game called Faster was released for the Atari ST. And Faster is super cool racing game. The good news is this. The good news is the creator is now porting Faster to the Amiga. So it's kind of like the old school way, like porting. That was one of the problems with Amiga back in the day, is like a lot of the games were just Atari ST ports, and the Amiga is clearly the superior machine, but they didn't take advantage of all the custom chips. They just did a quick port from the ST over to the Amiga. But now we're gonna get a proper port of Faster. Faster is coming to Amiga OCS ECS. He's currently adding in some features that had to be left out of the STE version because they were too CPU intensive. Amiga for the win. This depth queuing effect on the ground road surface is a good example. I don't love everything about the Amiga, boo, but I love the copper. Let's see what he's talking about. Let's see what he's talking about over here on the Twitter X. Look at that. It's a cool looking game. Can we full screen this sucker? There we go. Oh, boom. Do we have sound? Do we have sound? Okay, no sound yet. It's looking sweet. This is, I'm telling you, we played this at Atari Party, and it's a really great game. It's a really, really great game. And, sorry, I moved the pointer out of there. Get out of there, stupid pointer. Get out of there. It's a great game. It's super smooth. It was running at, super fast, like 50 frames per second. Recta Pete had it on his CRT monitor, and we had an absolute blast. So I'm really excited to see what he does with Faster on the Amiga. Maybe enhance it a little bit. A cool exhibit, a cool like VCF exhibit would be like the Atari version of Faster next to the Amiga version. Give him a little bit of a beat down. The poor Recta Pete and Bill, man, they're gonna get a beat down at VCF East too. I know, because they're gonna be there with their Atari 40 and their MIDI. They're gonna be there with their Atari 40 and their MIDI. And dude, the WOG booth, they're just gonna crush them. I feel bad for him. I love those guys. We're gonna crush them. Oh man, but anyway, this game looks super cool. I can't wait to see what the Amiga port is going to be like. So Faster will be coming soon to an Amiga near you. It's a great game though. It's a really, really great game. Yeah, it's going to be Faster on the Amiga, exactly. Yeah, Greg Flyer says we'll crush them with love, exactly. Yo, Geeks vs. Geeks, happy Sunday Fun Day to you. So Faster, very, very cool game from Jonathan Thomas. Sorry, I forgot his name there. Jonathan Thomas. So great job, Jonathan. Thanks for making some really cool games. And it's cool. I mean, I'm glad. Seriously, like I'm glad the Atari ST is getting some love. I actually love Atari. I started with Atari. I love my Atari 8-bits. So it's all in good fun. Now this one, like I said, the news was a little bit thin this week. So I was digging through the Reddit. I always try, like, I feel like sometimes on the Reddit, like the Reddit Amiga, you get some wild stuff, man. It's like, dude, I was doing demo on this house. I ripped the wall down and I found an Amiga in the wall. I'm like, that's the kind of stuff I love. I love stories like that. So this one's not quite that crazy, but it's pretty rad. An Australian TV show is using, an Australian TV show using Amiga created graphics in 2025. That's the headline. This post from Aussie TV network, the ABC, came up in my Facebook feed this morning. As soon as it started to appear at the bottom of my screen, I thought, that looks like an old school Amiga graphics. And I was right. For your information, if you're not an Aussie, Rage is a clip show that's been running on the network since 1987, with, as far as I can recall, no changes to its on-air branding in all that time. So this is a pretty historic change. So anyway, we got the show, and they got the creator of the show, the creator did some cool like Amiga graphics. Let's head over to the Facebook and check it out. Let me just go over here real quick. My Facebook has gotten like a little bit crazy. Let's go over here. I don't want to like dox anyone, you know what I'm saying? Let me just make sure, bim, okay. Are we safe? Okay, good, we're totally safe here. Okay, cool. Let's pause that, bim. And now here's the thing, we don't really know which of the graphics are Amiga graphics, but I'm guessing it's some of the stuff in the background, you know, Max Headroom style. Where's my Amiga news? There we are. Okay, so first, it's only 30 seconds. We'll full screen the sucker. You know, I'm not gonna play the music because it might mess up on. It might give me some copyright strikes on the YouTube. But you know, I feel like there's definitely some like maybe some Amiga stuff here in the next text. That's kind of cool. We'll play this. Let's check it out. Come on, baby. Play. Come on. Come on. Let's reload. There we go. There we go. I feel like the now, you see that effect with the now, that could be Amiga. Like the now, it looks like a deluxe paint perspective. It could be. It could be. This looks like a rad show. I would totally watch this show. That could be Amiga. If there was a star field, that would definitely be the Amiga part. Oh man. So anyway, it's cool. It's really, really cool that someone actually busted out an Amiga to make some modern graphics. Let's close that. And here is what they said. They said, tomorrow we're launching some sexy new ragified TV graphics cooked up by the wickedly talented Californian visual effects artist Sean McGurk, as well as directing music videos for bands like Drab Magistry, Snooper. Sean is a whiz at all things retro. This guy Sean sounds cool. We reckon he nailed the brief when we asked him to make something out of a fever dream kick-ons that none of your mates believed you saw. That's a mouthful. He even made the groovy elevator music. Seriously, what a weapon. Oh wait, all right, let's play the music. Nice. Hopefully Sean won't get us a copyright strike there. Lower it a little bit. I want to stay true to the DIY spirit and lo-fi experimental charm of the iconic Rage intro, while taking it on a roller coaster like psychedelic journey through color and space, Sean explains. Using a Fairlight CVI, it's an Australian-made video effects machine from 1984, Chiron titler, Sony broadcast mixer, and Commodore Amiga graphics, I set off to make something that took inspiration from Rage's storied history and my own childhood in America. Whoa! Watching late night MTV and Saturday morning cartoons. I was thrilled to be able to use the original Rage sample in the music piece. I was thrilled to be able to use the original Rage sample in the music piece, which was composed on an OB6 analog synthesizer and recorded and wrapped on cassette tape. Recorded and warped on cassette tape, sorry. Check him out this Saturday until the end of time on Rage. So I didn't read that so well, sorry folks. There was a lot going on. Anyway, this is pretty cool. Smash 1980, freaking thing. Smash 1980. Look at those graphics. So look at those graphics. What is up, Smash? Great to see you. So anyway, this is cool. I love that there's a rad artist from LA making graphics for an Australian TV show with the Amiga. Super, super cool. It does got a nice nostalgic feel, legit, exactly. Rage, Amiga Cami, we're going straight to the source right there. Amiga Cami checking in from Australia. She said Rage is like MTV for Australia. It's music videos. Oh, right on, Amiga Cami. Yeah, there's Floria Sigmondi. She's an amazing director. I love her. I'm a huge fan of her work. Coach McGurk. Oh, thank you, Mono Z. I appreciate the kind words. It really means a lot to me. Cope says total synthwave music. You love it. I know, it's really good. He really knocked it out of the park. He's got a lot of talent. So great job. I love it. This is his name is Sean McGurk. Great job to Sean. It's really, really cool. I love that he busted out the Amiga. I love that the Amiga was in his heart, because those were some like really good devices to use. The Fairlight CVI, the Chiron is like so legendary. The Sony mixer and Commodore Amiga, that's a great combo right there. So great job to Sean. Super, super cool. We gotta have him. He's someone I'd like to have on the show. That'd be super rad, wouldn't it? We may have to get in touch with Sean. All right, let me stop this. Boom, close that, and we'll go on to the next news story. Okay, boom. Okay, so I was just trying to find some more news for you guys. This might be of interest to you if we go here. The A1200NG There's a new blog and release date announced over on AmigaKit's website, the A1200NG. So you all know the A600GS. Maybe you do, maybe you don't. It's basically, I got one over there. It's awesome. It's like, it's a black box. It's an Orange Pi. It's an Orange Pi 3. And it is, it's basically like a really cool Amiga emulator. They've got their own kind of version of Workbench called AmiBench. They have a cool launcher for all kinds of software. You can hook up the Rob Smith Grease Weasel and use like real floppy disks. And now they're coming out with the A1200NG, which is basically the A600GS with a huge breakout board that lets you do all kinds of neat stuff. And so the British developer and distributor AmigaKit has set up a new blog for the announced ARM-based motherboard A1200NG. I saw this on AmigaNews.de to provide information about the product. Let's see what they say. Yeah, keyword G is going to be, so the A1200NG will use the same Orange Pi, the Orange Pi 3, but they plan on being able to have you swap it out for a stronger Orange Pi in the future. So for now, it will be the same one, but they plan on, it's modular, so you will be able to upgrade it. 2024 was the launch year for the A600GS games system. For a small team, it proved to be a challenging product to develop. As in most computer projects, the software development always takes the most effort. To date, 2.5 years have been invested into just the A600GS core software. Okay, boom. After 9 months of updates, the A600GS is now reaching maturity. Recent user feedback has been excellent and encouraging to us. Many users are enjoying the system regularly. They've done a lot of work on it. You know, it definitely had some bugs at the beginning, and it didn't feel quite ready at the beginning, but they've done so many updates to it. The A600GS is kind of dialed in right now. It's kind of dialed in, man. I'm totally digging it. In December 2024, we revealed a new project to the community, the A1200NG. We started taking orders for our enthusiastic customers at the official website, A1200NG.com. The 1200NG is a brand new motherboard which can be installed in the old Commodore SCOM 1200 cases or even third-party reproduction cases like from A1200.net. We're even developing an A1200 Tower version in our own bespoke case. Very, very cool. At the heart of the NG is an ARM single-board computer. This gives the opportunity to have modern features such as wireless internet, Bluetooth, and HDMI compatibility. The A1200NG has got 4 gigs of system memory and either 64 gigs or 128 gigs of storage. Additional storage can be added by the user, but this is the really cool stuff. The really exciting part about the 1200NG are the legacy ports. So it's got a 9-pin joystick ports. So 2 9-pin joystick ports, which is super, super rad. A floppy disk drive connector, so you can read and write 880K and 1.76 megabyte disks, and even disks from other formats. Plug your 34-pin data cable and connect your old floppy disk drive to read your floppy disk collection. The floppy disk support is powered by Keir Fraser's excellent Grease Weasel technology. That's super rad. It's got a keyboard ribbon connector, so you can use an actual Amiga 1200 keyboard, which is super rad. I know like AmigaStore.eu selling those new mechanical keyboards. They're sold out right now. Hopefully they'll make more. So you can get one of those keyboards for it. You can get your case from A1200.net. It's got a compact flash connector, which is super rad. Like for example, in this Amiga 1200, this real 1200, I'm running the hard drive is actually a compact flash card. So I literally could take this compact flash card out of this real 1200, pop it into the NG, and theoretically it would just boot up and it would be just as if I'm using this 1200. So that's cool. 25-pin serial connector for connection of older MIDI interfaces and other serial devices. Hook up the 1200NG to a classic system to play multiplayer games. It's got left and right RCA audio out. That's rad. One of the cool things I love about the 600GS is it's got the mini analog audio out, which makes it super easy for my streams because I hook it up into my mixer. I do all analog audio mixing on these streams. So that's rad. A CDDA input port is included to mix the sounds from any optical drives that output CDDA. That's rad. But we got, the LED adapter is really important, you know, because when you put it into a case, having those empty LED slots is pretty discouraging. USB headers are on the motherboard for connections of USB to SATA or USB to IDE adapters. There's also USB ports are present on the back plate of the 1200NG. Oh man, I think I'm gonna get busted for this song. They're useful for connection of mice, joysticks, and various other devices. There's all kinds of rad software, AmiBench, Octamed, Directory Opus 4, Final Writer, Personal Paint, many other games. So anyway, if you want to read more about it, I'll post a link again in the description of this video. There'll be a link to this blog post where you can get more information about the 1200NG coming out very, very soon. This spring it's coming out. I know some folks already have them. The beta testers already have them, and they'll be coming out super, super soon. Did it give a date? Where is it? It said they gave a date. I didn't see a date, but it's coming this spring. So cool stuff. Amiga 5000, you'd rather wait for the A1200 from Retro Games Ltd. Yeah, I mean, to me, they almost seem like two different things. We don't really know what that is going to be yet, but that would be, that one looks, I mean, that's going to be great too. I love the options that we have. Air Yuri, thank you for gifting a sub. I appreciate that so much, Air Yuri. You absolutely rule. They must be happy the A1200 from Retro Games is delayed. I'm sure they are. I'm sure they are. I'm sure they're trying to get it out before that one comes out. Competing Amiga products in 2025, what a time. Exactly, Keyboard G. Exactly. If it doesn't run Crysis. But why not simply run an emulator on your own PC for free if it's not a real Amiga? D-Dale, you know what? I mean, for me, having like a separate box that emulates the Amiga feels better to me than emulating on the PC. I mean, I love emulating on the PC. Like WinUAE is the GOAT. I love WinUAE, it's amazing. But even like my Raspberry Pi, I got my Raspberry Pi in an Amiga 1200 case over there, and it just feels a little more authentic. It's like one step closer to the authentic experience. You know, there's like a few things that like bring you back to the original experience. Like the actual way you interface with the machine is really important for me. So boom, if you have the emulator inside a real Amiga case, that's a huge step forward. You got yourself like a CRT monitor, that's another huge step forward. You're using like the real 9-pin classic joysticks, that's another step. And like all these little additions just enhance the emulated experience for me, at least for me. But when I'm sitting at my PC, it's rad to emulate the Amiga, and it's extremely useful, and I do it all the time. I use FSUE and WinUAE, but I still feel like I'm sitting at a PC. I don't feel like I'm sitting at an Amiga. That's just me. That's just me. The cool thing is we got options. Emulate any way you like, you know what I'm saying? Any way you like, you do the emulation. The crappy QuickShot 2 joysticks bring it right back. That's hilarious. It seems like it's designed to be more like a classic Amiga than a 1200 from Retro Games Ltd. Since this system has legacy ports included, we'll see. I don't know if there's a parallel port Proton. I'll drop a link. Here's a link to the blog post. I'll drop it into the chat. Copy. And and paste. Boom. And you guys can read more about it. I didn't read about all the ports. So hey, so check it out. Let's say you're interested in getting this A1200NG and you need a case. A1200.net is having a spring and Easter sale, and it's 20% off Amiga gear plus 50% off shipping on selected countries. Check it out. So yeah, they sell the empty cases. So like for example, this is one of the cases. This Asahi case. Where's my overhead cam? This like Asahi case right here is an empty case that I put my Amiga 1200 in. And if you're thinking about getting like an A1200NG, this is a great case to put it in. So it's rad. So right now, A1200.net is having a sale, 20% off their Amiga gear. This goes hand in hand with the previous news article. So here, I will give you guys a link to where you guys can get 20% off Amiga gear and 50% off shipping to selected countries. Boom, copy and paste. Yo, Miss Wilmer DK, thank you for the hugs. I appreciate it. I appreciate the hugs very, very much. So yeah, perfect timing, right? You want to get yourself an A1200NG and you need a case for it. Now's the time to head over to A1200.net and get your 20% off. They didn't ask me to do that. I just saw it and I figured I'd share it with y'all. Where am I here? I got all these new. We're doing a toaster stream today, so I got all these new these new profiles that are throwing me off. What's up, Lizard? Great to see you. What's up, Amy982? Just like Seplan Amiga said, when it comes to emulation, she said, any way you want it, that's the way you need it. Any way you want it. Exactly, exactly. Oh wait, I'm sorry, Cloaked Alien with the raid. Thank you so much for letting me know, Proton. Cloaked Alien, thank you so much for the raid. Welcome to the stream. We are in the middle of doing some Amiga news. Raiders, I'm AmigaBill. I stream Amiga stuff here on Twitch almost every Sunday. We call it the Sunday Fun Day. Today we're gonna be checking in with my new tech video toaster. We're in the middle of doing some Amiga news right now. And thank you so much for, I stream here every Sunday. We call it the Sunday Fun Day. We catch up on all the latest Amiga news like we're doing now. We play classic Amiga games. We play the new Amiga games. We have guests on the stream. But the best part of these streams is hanging out with all of you in the chat. The Amiga community is the best. And it's great to have you all here. Everyone, go give Cloaked Alien a follow. I appreciate that very, very much. And Sigerborn gifted, wait a minute. Cloaked Alien says Sigerborn gifted 10 subs to the community. Thank you guys. Sorry, I'm trying to do the news and I missed that. Yo, Sigerborn, my man. My man! Holy crap, Sigerborn. Sigerborn just gifted 10 subs to my community. Sigerborn's also a streamer here on Twitch. He does the Amiga ASMR. He's got the best voice on Twitch. And he's coming in all the way from Iceland for VCF East coming up this week. So we're gonna hang out with Sigger in person. Sigger in the flesh, baby. Woo! Cloaked Alien, yeah, everyone go follow Cloak. Thank you for, go follow Sigger and Cloak. Appreciate it. Oh, thank you, Retro Jerry. I appreciate the kind words. Thank you. All right, let's get back to the news here. Amiga news scenes. We're gonna go over here. Boom. Yep. So okay, cool. So we got the A1200NG blog post, and we got some new cases. If you want to get into A1200NG, boom. Now's a good time because it's 20% off at A1200.net. Now you all know it wouldn't be an AmigaBill news section without a trip over to Indie Retro News. Like I said earlier in the stream, there's not like a lot of new games to report this week. But there's updates to new games, which is super, super rad. Mick Smith with the resub. Mick Smith, thank you so much, Mick. I really, really appreciate it. Sigerborn is currently installing a lot of Amiga apps on the Amiga 3000. Nice. I can't wait. I got this 3000 right over there. I didn't break it last week either. I didn't break it, I swear. Bad Dudes versus the Dragon Ninja. We've been talking about this. This is like our third update on this game. JOTD, he is the master of porting arcade games, classic arcade games to the Amiga, and now he's working on Bad Dudes vs. Dragon Ninja. And there is an update. There's an update to his whip. You can download it now from. Well, it's not. Wait, I downloaded it from Dropbox, but Neil puts a link here. Boom, you can download right there and download the demo. We'll play it later. Now it's Alpha 3 version. Okay, boom, yeah, okay. If you've been waiting for more updates on this upcoming Arcade to Amiga development, we've just found out the creator has not only updated the EAB thread with a new work in progress video, which is shown above, but he was also quoted as saying, Alpha 3 is now in the zone. All levels are playable without trashed graphics, including level 6 and 7. The helicopter boss now is displayed. Lockup on level completed fixed. Still a lot of optimizations and fixes to apply, but this is great. That is awesome. Bad Dudes vs. Dragon Ninja was not created on Scorpion Engine. All right, fun fact. Once the game has progressed far enough, I'll be doing articles, but for now, this article will be updated with the latest alpha developments. Rad. Let's check it out. Let's see what he's up to there. Hopefully they got good game balance. JOTD is pretty good at the balance. Yo, Stallone 70. Greetings to Germany from New York. Those graphics look very arcadey. I love it. I'm just gonna skip it. We're not gonna watch the whole video. It's 25 minutes. But Saberman's video rocks as always. I can't wait to play this myself. Oh man, the New Yorker hotel in the background. So when Wife Device first came to this country from Poland, that was where she stayed her first night. Hotel New Yorker, right next to B&H. Those are some bad dudes. Oh, Ghetto Finger Gaming. Here's what we'll do, Ghetto Finger. After I haven't listened to it yet. It's been a crazy like 24 hours for me. Do me a favor, Ghetto Finger. As soon as the news is over, we'll play it, okay? Lizard, you think this is the first game you saw on the Amiga 500? Oh, nice. What's up, Conjure? This looks awesome, right? I love that JOTD makes these arcade quality ports almost arcade perfect. You can say arcade perfect. I'll say almost arcade perfect just to give them a little disclaimer in case there's something a little bit different. But I love Ms. Pac-Man 500. I love Pac-Man 500. Scramble. JOTD is just doing like God's work, man. His Galaga's amazing. And this game looks super, super fun. I remember this from the arcades. I love it. His Moon Patrol is really, really good too. So here is a link. I love the in-game music too. Here's a link to where you can, the Indie Retro News article, where you can also download the whip. Copy, paste. It's just like the arcade Blipmaster. Yeah, it's really, really similar. It is just like the arcade. Sweet. Lady Ilarus with the raid. What is up, Lady Ilarus? Wow, 2 awesome raids. Cloaked Alien and Lady Ilarus, and Sigurborn gifting out 10 community subs. Thank you all so much for your support. Mick Smith with the resub. Lady Ilarus will be at VCF East. The VCF East is going to be so big this year. Sigurborn's coming in from Iceland. Lady Ilarus will be there. She's doing a whole thing about plotters. I can't wait to see her exhibit. Lady Ilarus is super, super rad. A great streamer here on Twitch. Everyone go follow Lady Ilarus. She does some really great Apple stuff as well. I love the old classic, the 2 Cs, the 2 Es. I love playing Karateka on them. Jordan Mechner for the win. Karateka, best version of Karateka is on the Apple II. You got the 2 buttons. You know, same thing with Loadrunner. Loadrunner, love me some 2-button Loadrunner. Lady A, thank you so much for the raid, and I can't wait to hang with you next weekend. It's gonna be a blast. What is up, Torque Live? VCFE's next week. You know it, Lady Ilarus. Oh man. Okay, so check it out. We've played Rex and the Galactic Plague. It's a really cool whip, and there's been a really, really big update to it by Hoister Games. Boom. Let's see what. You know, we played this game. It's you know, I love my vertical scrolling shooters, and this one's super. Rex and the Galactic Plague is really, really fun. Let's see what the new. Here's boom, 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 boom. Let's see what the update is. I love how Neil puts the update. There it is. Okay, so here's the update. The developer has released an update based on responses he received from the initial release of the previous level demo. In his words. Firstly, thanks once again for all the feedback I've had so far. It's been incredibly helpful, and I'm glad you're enjoying what you've played. I've taken on board feedback and added it to the refinements I've already been planning, and now have a big demo update. I love it. You know, I love it when someone's working on a project, they put it out to the community. Community is smart, man. The Amiga community is the best. They give the feedback, and they're like, boom, okay, this is great feedback. I'm gonna work it into the game and make it even better. That's the way to do it right there. This is taken a bit longer than I expected due to a failed SSD and the loss of 6 weeks of work. Yikes. But the rebuild gave me the opportunity to improve some elements, every cloud and all that. There's a lot of new and hopefully improvements here. So in the update, you'll find difficulty options. So you now have easy, normal, and hard. You can continue, new bosses for both levels, new or tweaked enemy patterns, new animations for some enemies, updated sound effects, level 2 extended and remixed. Nice. Difficulty has been balanced. Rex now becomes briefly invulnerable after taking a hit. Increased base speed for Rex. Reworked smart bomb function. Smart bombs available from the start. Improvements to the shield power up. Energy bars for bosses. Oh, I love energy bars for bosses because sometimes when you're fighting a boss, like you have no idea how far along you are. So it's great when they have an energy bar. It gives you some motivation to get over the hump. 4 fantastic new music tracks. Updated title screen with options including controls and credits, new story screens between levels, plus other presentation screens, some general nips and tucks to improve performance. I love it. All the changes have been integrated, of course, into the rest of the game. I'm not quite as far along as I should be. Thanks to the data loss, it's still coming along very well, and it's hopefully not far from completion now. Very, very cool. Great job. Great job. You want to look at a quick peek at the game? Thanks, Superman. There's the new title screen. We got some news. Oh, nice. The in-game music is super rad. I remember the first time we played it, it didn't even have in-game music. Torque Live with his German Amiga Portal, my man. Anyway, I love that these games are just constantly being worked on, refined, taking feedback from the community to make them better. I mean, community rules. This game, dude, this is looking way better than the original alpha that we played. It's looking really, really sweet. Really, really sweet. So great job to Hoister Games. I can't wait to Hoister Games. Sorry, I can't wait to play the new whip. We can play it later. We can play it later for sure. I downloaded it. All right, pause it. Boom. Excellent stuff right there. Excellent stuff. I'll throw the link to the Indie Retro News article where you can also go download the latest whip into the chat. Boom. All right, yeah, last and not least in the Amiga news section, Phantom Leap has gotten a huge update as well. Who Games 2017 has updated Phantom Leap. We played this early whip a couple of weeks ago, and it's a fantastic game. Who Games just absolutely rocks. Who Games brings out Dr. Dangerous. I love Dr. Dangerous. So many great stuff from Who Games. This is called Phantom Leap. Let's see what it's a platformer. It's made with the Scorpion engine. Really, really well made. Here's the big update. Levels 1 to 5 have been revised. They changed some animations to save space and internal memory. The Scorpion engine update has been incorporated. I love that. The code reworked. The teleporter's now been reworked. A new enemy has been added. You can now also find lives in the levels. Cool. You get 1+ life with a certain number of coins. Oh, cool. So you get more coins, get an extra life. That's cool. The title song has changed thanks to Zek Veo. He added in-game music. Oh, that's huge. I love games with in-game music. And the high score list is now saved. So, yo, great job to Who Games. We can get a little taste of the game right here in Saberman's video. Oh yeah. Oh, I like the in-game music. Nice. Nice stuff there. Smash 1980, don't get Dan drunk at VCF. He's got Retro Hour Hangout afterwards to do. Wait, isn't the Retro Hour Hangout like the last Sunday? Isn't the Retro Hour Hangout like tonight? Or is it on the 6th? The music sounds very Pico 8. Yeah, dude, I like it. This game is really, really well done. Who Games is just doing great work. I love me some Dr. Dangerous. And Tiny Pixel Adventure as well. Tiny Pixel Adventure is really rad. Maybe I even like that one better. I don't know. I don't even know. But this game is super rad. So boom, here is a link. I'll drop it into the chat. Phantom Leap. A great new whip from Who Games. Dropping it into the chat. If I can find my chat. Of course, all these links will also be in the AmigaBill goodie bag, as well as the description of this YouTube video. And yeah, that's about it, folks. We all got some cool events coming up. Amiga 40 at VCF East 2025 coming up next week. So I'll see you all there, hopefully. We've got the Commodore Los Angeles Super Show coming up April 26th and 27th, West Coast style. Dude, I would love to go out for that. We got Amiga 40 Silicon Valley at VCF West coming up in August. And of course, Amiga 40 Germany coming up October 17th to 19th in Mönchengladbach. So this is the year for Amiga, folks. This is the year. If you've never been to an Amiga event, this is the year to do it. Amiga 40 coming at you in full effect. VCF East coming up next week, April 4th, 5th, and 6th. It's going to be absolutely incredible. I'll be shooting some videos there. We're going to try and stream from there next Sunday, 2 p.m., the usual time. We'll see how it goes. It's going to be awesome. Anyway, folks, there you have it. Wrapping up the month of March. We are marching into April. Thank you all so much for a great week and a great month of Amiga news. See you all next week.